it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation that their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have the short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Mills. They'll roll him out right. There again is Cooks complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Mills on 1st down. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Bears much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times to interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being a...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, and I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all working as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Fields and the Bears now with their 1st and 10 at the 20. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Room here to run. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 30 39 yards there.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they littered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd three-man cover, or you have defensive tackles in the A-gap.
Should be on the drive.
Themselves.
Well, I need you to grab him. I'm just going to my little ass over here. I get him. Okay, thank you.
Broke the contact and got
What you need?
Win that.
Where is it?
1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. They're always tough, NFL.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come in and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yes. You gotta wipe it. You gotta wipe that board. White shit. White show up on every goddamn thing. Everything show up on white, I mean, say. Dang, we do got to win this. Hey. Yeah, what I got? Baby. I like my damn Hey. We don't get him by no damn Wendy's.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second rushing touchdown on the year.
Hey, I have, right, Dave? I love my motherfucking job.
Santos able to take.
I be feeling important and shit.
Lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
You can find it on water red. You go watch out. You don't watch out when you hit the water.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They were playing the last time out. And they
It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it.
adjustments are enough defensively.
Look at your thing. Man,
Defense in this situation would have meant that there was an instant pressure and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed to each defender. And they're making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
you know, out there calling the word. You go grab out, got that word in that book.
They go play action. Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
You get that bullshit in there? What's the animal in that book?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mills.
What do you do, BJ?
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down the
Okay, what?
for getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the break.
So now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A run for Peters on the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correct.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. There he goes, left side. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Do you remember in preseason when
At last. Come on, let's celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
Prop, swallow quickly. What's up, Prop? I have to make up. I can't stop. I'm got your favorite Prop. Stop.
visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. And, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get clear that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest thing is maybe bring your running back in and try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
27 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game,
I might get a phone for you.
first down throw, Fields.
What's up on that, mommy?
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards from number 11.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now we're looking at a first and goal.
Off play action, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hi, mommy. All right, good night.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Again, Fields. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now Fields on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Action now, Mills. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 41. Running the counter with Mostert. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second and 9, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll have plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Texans are back within a couple of the lead. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From his goal line here, Fields steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to home. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now here's Trenton Gill now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Let's take it at around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down throw for Mills. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they really love.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time. Now Mills on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Davis Mills, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to attack.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. I think they're going to win those too.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, Mills. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
Montgomery. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game without just a 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Montgomery on the counter. Shoves him aside.
Got 3 a bit now.
3 on first down. It'll set up a second and single.
He's a dog over there.
Here's Fields. This one's swung out to Montgomery. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Fields going to hold on to it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. Justin Fields, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Nico Collins with the Houston first down, something he did 22 times as a rookie for the Texans. Back here as a starter, hopes to last year 46 yards are just a floor of what he can do.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Houston. Raheem Mostert, 33 yards. And the Texans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Mills going to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it.
Come on, Zach. Got it down earlier, shit, yeah. What's the email from Child Support again?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to
take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
That's
Raheem Mostert with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far.
Written them baby here, they got a girl. Somebody had my cookout or some shit on there.
And off he goes.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Jarnell Mooney, 34 yards. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Shot downfield there, but falling incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and he's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Christian Harris. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On June 3rd. I think around the time he was kind of waiting for the win.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Fields. This will be caught by Mooney. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last.
And now here is another interception. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. On play action, Mills. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. To throw is Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run right side with Mostert. And this will be a Texans 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris.